All right, welcome to day 570 of the training begins. All right, that looks good. Oh yeah, we can't hear the audio. So it looks like our Chromebook is still having issues. So we're going to just assume the audio is good. If it's staticky or anything, or you see me talking in the cam and nothing's coming out, let me know. I guess you wouldn't hear that, but let's see if that works. All right, because it looks like the video is going. So let's see. We are in. Oh yes, we are day 570 of the training begins. We are in Overmorrowtoday. It is Wednesday, so if we're going to go for about an hour. If anyone joins chat and wants us to play another game after this, if we have it and it's installed, we'll play it. And if we don't have it, well, if we have it but it's not installed, and it's small enough, we can install it and play it. Okay, good. Looks like video monitor's up, chat's up, so the only thing we can't do is hearing, so on that, I'm also not getting the game audio. It should be coming through on the monitor. Let's see. Mic is coming through. Is the game? Oh, game audio is showing kinda. So, oh yeah, it's coming through a little bit. It's just not coming through our monitor, even though we're monitoring it on the streaming PC, which is odd. Yeah, we're just gonna have to reboot everything at some point. Welcome in the tech and gaming. How's the Wednesday going? Where were we going anyway? Let's do a quick flyover and see what progress we need to make today. Okay, so we got a little bit over here. We got a lot done here. Some of this we're not going to worry about too much. We'll do this back corner and this little bit here over by the flower shop. And then this rest of it, we'll just kind of ad hoc fix that up as we build things. Because we don't know what's going to go down. So we're more or less putting the grass down so we have a better visual of what needs to go down with the green and dirt. Green of the grass and the dirt and whatnot. And if we want more of the tannish from the sandstone. And so with that, what else? Oh yes, we are live on, what is this? Oh, there's a cave in there. We are live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. So if you like our story back builds, you can feel free to stick around. And if you really like it, feel free to share it out. How far do we want to go here? I think this is probably going to be good because we're going to have to readjust some of our warehouse here because where is it? Yeah, this line. So this is the middle of our third realm, and rather than it being centered, we want our third realm to be the one that has kind of this view of the Adventurer's Gate, since that's the one we're starting with. So it adds a little asymmetric view to the area and makes it, at least for me, makes it feel more, I don't know, lived in. So it's like Overmorrow is kind of a planned city, but then it has these little I don't know what you'd call them. Kind of like Easter eggs, not exactly. I guess they're subtle things. I guess they're kind of Easter eggs. Like intentional uh, intentional subtle designs. Which I guess Easter eggs are kind of intentional too. All right. So we'll start filling all this. How much do we have left? Okay, so we have a fair amount of dirt, so we can run through what we have. Yeah, there we go. We'll go through whatever. Let's do here. So we have what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, a little less than 9 stacks. So we can probably go through that pretty quickly. Okay. All right. Oops. We are starting a little bit later than normal. I usually try to start between 10 and 11 a.m. Pacific time. Closer to 10 if we can. Today we were a few minutes after 11. Had a little late start on our morning walk. A little late coming back. A little distracted working on some of our writing projects too. So we have 2 books. One, we're building the world in Minecraft, and one is more just an exercise in writing. And we have our Substack project as well, which will be related to the building side of this, and it will be free. The Substack, because it'd be kind of a journal project update of what we're working on. Not exactly a block count, but it might be rough block counts for the day, or if we know the block count, bigger design, we might do that. Something that we could calculate as well, like Haven's End, we know it's 1,000 by 1,000, so it's 1,000,000. And we have it divided into quadrants, so we can tell the quadrant is every 100 blocks. So we can tell how many we've done. So what, every 10,000. So 100 by 100 is, 10,000. So things like that we can calculate. We can go through, spend a day just finding our old notes and then recalculating how much we've completed of Haven's End and put that in there. Hello? So that's the plan there, trying to get more discoverability with that. So a little behind on that, so I think we're just gonna take a step there and try to spend some time getting it together and publish more or less on the first, and then every week or 2 after that, because the subsequent post will be much smaller. The first one is just a catch up of where we are. Although we might just try to kind of polish what we have, and then add little catch-up notes to each week of the history behind Overmorrow or Haven's End or Barter's Bay or something like that, incorporate it there. So we might just do like a picture dump and then just kind of explain what's going to happen as we visit each of those. That way we can get it out on time. So that's something to consider. All right. How do we want to handle this one? I think that's probably where we want to go. Something like that. Still not quite going to be what we want, but we don't want to fall down there either. So I think that'd be enough to offset that. What is this? Why is this floating? Because we are trying to leave some of the stuff that is naturally floating from the old terrain generation. Because this is spawn. The world is going on 6 years old. We didn't have an organized plan initially. I was just kind of exploring and what can we build here and there, and like looking for ocean monuments and whatnot, and not really having a plan. But as we've gone on, we've kind of shifted more and more to the story back builds, so stories that support the other projects we're working on. And just torching up some of this dirt so we can maintain our safety. So like these will come down, the sandstone there. But where's that floating sandstone? So that like that sandstone there will stay. As you can see, there's some sand in it as well. So this naturally generated. So we're keeping things like that if we can. So we'll have to like box it in so we don't accidentally put a block next to the sand and cause it to collapse. But that is our plan there. We're about a sixth of the way through our stream for today. And as we mentioned earlier, we do Minecraft every day. Satisfactory Fridays and Saturdays. Planet Crafter Sundays and Mondays. And Wednesdays are kind of the wildcard days, or the wildcard days. We've done a little to the left twice. We took off, didn't do a second game last week. And today will depend. So we're either not going to do a game, or if anyone has one that's in chat, if anyone has a suggestion before the hour's up, we'll see if we can play a suggestion. So if we have the game and it's installed, we'll be more likely to play it. If we have the game and it's not installed, it will just kind of depend on how small the game is, so how quickly we can install it. Okay, so I think if we leave this spot there, right, we'll be able to see that. Right, so we can see that it won't fall in. Well, if we fall in, we'd have to dig our way out, but that's fine. Or block our way out. Either way, we'll be okay. We just want to make sure that we mark that so we don't cover it up, because we want to try to make use of some of the subterranean areas and caves and build those into, basements or other rooms for buildings that are coming above. Like this is going to be our flower shop here. So slowly gathering materials for that. I think it was Hart that requested that. So trying to save some of those builds for when whoever requested it is in the chat. Eventually we'll have to, finish it regardless. We do try to do that. And requesting builds, not necessarily just houses, but, if you want a flower shop, food shop, whatever, those are point redemptions. But we're being lenient on those as we try to build the community. So if you have suggestions or, someone who might have one, you can bring people in and be more likely to get it without a point redemption. Once we have enough of a backlog, then we'll have to use the point redemption system to keep the queue in check. But until then, we'll be a little more relaxed on taking suggestions. Grant, there'll be. Oh, okay. Uh, the focus will be on the builds that advance or fit into the story, the novel that we're trying to write. Uh, but the other builds, like the flower shop, which isn't in the story, can be just nice world building. So if you were to download the world and kind of explore it as you were going through the story, then yeah, we need to mend our tools, which is gonna rough. Do we want to do any stoning in Haven's End? I feel like we should probably make a special day of that. And, so maybe not today. Maybe we can grab a little TNT and see if we can speed up the Inkwood stuff. And we need a lot, so I'm hesitant to do too much. But that ought to be pretty good, actually. Let's see. Do we have any rockets? Yeah, let's grab one more set. I like to keep about 3 sets on us. 3 stacks. Okay. Actually, let's... Cutting down this bamboo is something we should do more often whenever it gets this tall, just so that we have extra, because we can use it for fuel, bamboo planks, scaffolding, a lot of uses, so... We don't need to wait around for it to grow, but as we notice it growing, it's probably good to just collect it and store what we can. We don't have to worry about being super efficient, but just have fun collecting it. All right. I know what I need to do. Probably another one of those projects that will take me far too long to do. Simple projects that will take me far too long. Is having a pop-up of like, can you hear me? Does something sound good? Like, or when the video goes out, messages that come up like, sorry about the video, or can you hear me? Things like that. So asking if you can hear me if the audio isn't working is probably not the best thing. Okay. But anyway, I think we're good there. Let's go over to Inkwood, and where is Inkwood? Oh, it's in this direction. Let's see if we can... Where's our storyline? It's over here somewhere, right? There it is. Okay. All right, let's see if we can level out here. Whoop. This ought to take us pretty close to it. There's about 10 rockets, so... Which I think we'd mentioned before is kind of a good measurement. We want to make sure our builds aren't too close together, so... Going forward, trying to make things that are outside of the story that we already have planned, at least 10 rockets apart, should keep them from encroaching on each other. What is our... Is it this way? Oh, I see a cave in there, which is good. Is it this way? Oh, it's got to be this way. There it is. There's one of our story. There's our storyline there. I mean, we do need to kind of fix the road here, but at least it serves a practical purpose. And those scaffolding towers are, you know, poor man's beacon. What is that? Here we go, Inkwood. That'd probably be a pretty good screenshot if we could get a happy ghast up there. Actually, Let's see, because we're gonna need a flint and steel for our TNT, so we probably want to come up here first. Yep, there's our flint and steel. So let's put that down. Now we can go over here and start putting down some TNT. All right, so let's go this way. Ooh, we probably should have repaired our tools. So let's see what this does first. Okay. Okay. $44. So we'll go down 10 and then we're just gonna fill it up. All right. And this is it. Okay. Can we go all the way up? Oh. Guess we'll just go until we can't see, because I don't want to put any torches down, and we'll put the TNT in here and then just let it go to town. Right. And we'll put one here, like that, and see what happens. Well, it kind of worked. Okay. All right, so let's just do the line up, and then we'll use that to go down, I guess, because it wasn't enough to go all the way up. Right, so let's two every two. Right. Maybe every one here. Where is the solid one? That one? Okay, let's go do that. It should set off these other ones. Oh no. All right. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that sets off that one, gets that one. Okay. All right. Probably gonna have to go through a lot of flint and steels if we just do it in small batches like this. But it does help. I mean, things won't be organized if we do it like this. It's gonna be really rough now getting things down to the levels that we want, but right. Let's see if we can do a line that goes this way, cuts over. we're still at 48, so let's cut a line down here and do this. And then we'll use this as our blasting line over here. Okay, so that gives us something over there. Let it go, and then when it goes off, we'll do this other side. Whoop. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. We'll just, we'll use the TNT as blocking thing, so block up here, block up there. Scaffolding, that's it. Well, we'll use it as like block scaffolding. And then we can put some maybe here. That ought to do that. All right, let's see what this looks like. Okay, pretty good. Oh, we missed one. Uh-oh. Well, that wasn't as smooth as we hoped, but not bad either. All right. Oh, I guess we're missing a lot of it because that one didn't go off either. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll let that do its thing, and hopefully the skeleton blows up. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Let's go sleep, and then we'll survey what it looks like during the day and see how much more TNT we need. Trying to be sparing here because we need a lot for Haven's End. Right. Let's see. Was this side maybe? Oh. Can we get up somewhere? Oh, we put a chest over here? We did. Don't know why we put a chest there, but we did. That's not looking too terrible. I mean, it's rougher than we want because we wanted to save that for a later step, but this ought to be reasonably effective. Oops. All right. TNT as a bridge. What could go wrong? And something maybe up there. That seems pretty good. Um, there, there, right, and then something here. And let's over here. And we'll just see how this every other block or so works out. So is this good? So okay, probably right here then. All right, let's. Oh, we only have 5 left, so let's just place those down. Okay, let's light that and see what happens. And it did not set off the chain reaction I was looking for. Wow, these are really sensitive in their radius. Okay. It's a little bit better. All right. Can we light that? Will that work? Okay, that set off with several. Okay, that looks better. Ugh. Okay. How do we get up here? Maybe there. Right, that does that. One there. One there. One there. Right? Okay. Why not? Oh. Okay. That could have been bad. But making a little progress. I mean, we could probably get this done in a couple of days if we used only TNT, but trying to be sparing because sand isn't renewable, which if you're working on big projects, I don't understand why outside of like an educational version it's not renewable. I mean, I guess you can trade maybe with Wandering Trader, but I don't call that renewable because if you look at our garden temple, there's no way, like it would take us years to trade with the Wandering Trader to get enough sand for our garden temple. So it's really limiting playability or like the things that can be created without going full creative mode. I get, some level of awareness, but I think that should be, it doesn't need to be continuous per se. You can make that announcement whenever you make updates to the game. And if you want it to be more of a permanent fixture, put it in like the educational version. Because, that seems like a good fit. Because you're always teaching an educational version, whereas in survival, it's nice to mention the awareness, environmental things and whatnot. But then you're kind of reducing the sand in the game, like literally reducing the sand in the game. All right. Where are we here? Okay, let's do Again, trying to use the TNT as mobility blocks and bridging, and let's see if this trigger works. We put enough of them close enough together to create the chain reaction that we wanted. Okay. Well, we got pretty close. I don't think we have any more TNT on us, so we'll have to dig or fly our way out. It's not bad. I mean, we got a fair amount done. Make sure all the TNT is detonated, and then we'll go back through and start digging. Oop. Okay. That's a pretty deep hole there. Like, you can see this only gets us down to 40, so that's still not great. But I mean, that was our goal, but I was hoping to get more of this taken out for the 40. But there we go. So, I mean, it did save us a good amount of time, but yeah. All right, so let's do this line. See if we can get this down to 40 and then work our way across. About 20 minutes left, give or take. And then back to the writing projects. All right. All right. There we go. One more. Okay, so we'll do this, then one more layer, and then we'll cut across, trying to get things roughed down to 40. So 40 is going to be our next milestone for our Y level. So if we get everything down to 40, then we'll go down to 30. That way we don't get too haphazard and too off plan. So there'll be sections like this where it goes deeper than 40, but we're not worrying about those. We just want to get it down to 40. Keep that plan. And then we'll reset from there and go down to 30. But we're not going to figure out whatever the lowest is and go to that. Just doing it by increments of 10 and using that to accomplish what we need. Yeah, we're gonna need to spend a lot of time in skeleton farm, and mend all of our tools, both pickaxes and our shovel. But we're gonna have to fly up soon too because we're gonna start having mobs spawn. Oh, and it was getting kind of dark there too. So let's light this up. This will also help denote where Y40 is, so we know this is where we should stop to regroup once we get here. Okay. So, I mean, it does save us some time and having to go back and forth. We lose some material as well, but we get a lot back too. So, this is not the end of the world. And we do have what, like 4 or 5 chests of stone now. It's still not enough for everything we need in Haven's End, but we're getting there. Right. Let's oh, let's get this going here. Okay. Oh, but the monitor was going out for a second there, but it was oh, okay. Thank you. All right, so let's fly out and sleep, and then we'll get back to it. Got another little over 15 minutes to go. And again, yeah, we're just today is a wildcard Wednesday, so we're gonna do Minecraft, and if anyone joins and wants to see another game, then we can follow it with that. If no one joins, then we will call it at Minecraft for today and spend the time working on our other writing projects. And actually, since we've only got about 15 minutes left, I think we're going to go to our skeleton farm and just mend our tools for the last 15 minutes. A little longer than I would like on stream, but oh, there's a block in the middle of the air there. Okay. What is this? Oh, so we're down at 20 here. Okay. But it needs to be done every once in a while. I guess it's okay to show a little bit more of how much grind goes in. So this is 0. So this is the level we want to take it. Phase 1, 1, 2, and 3 for each of the sides. So, and then we'll come back and do phases 4, 5, and 6, which will be taking it down to bedrock. But with that, we will. Is it here? No, it's here. Yeah. We will come in here and let's see. We're not taking that shard because it is going out of the calcite. But we will take this one. We will mine it with a carrot so we don't break our spawn, our amethyst spawn. And yeah, take this one too. All right. And did we put those in there? Yeah. So we'll just slowly build up those as we come here. Which this is a really nice find there because we spend a lot of time mending our tools. So as we're mending tools, our amethyst is close proximity, so it's doing its ticking and growing. So that helps out a lot. So with that, all right. Do that. Not what we wanted. Okay. And we do have our cat cam set up. We toggle between it and our hand cam. But right now we do not have one of the cats with us. So yeah, if one of them decides to join, we'll swap that in. So for now, we'll take any questions on Minecraft that we can answer, any questions about the story. We can talk about other games, Legos, food, anything of that nature. And again, we have about 10 minutes or so for any suggestions on a second game to do today. Otherwise, it'll be just Minecraft. And our next double game day will be Friday when we do Minecraft and Satisfactory. I'm not sure where we'll start Friday, whether we do Minecraft in the morning or Satisfactory in the morning. Since we have been doing Minecraft for a while and the growth has been kind of slow, I think we might try Satisfactory in the morning in Minecraft more later in the evening, see if that helps us get a few more notices. No, not everybody wants a quiet stream that puts them to sleep, but for those that do. And if you find the stream calming or putting you to sleep, you're welcome to mention that. There we go. Sorry about that. Something in my eye. Okay. Oh, yes. Yeah, speaking of the projects, we still need to get our follower count widget that we wrote in, React ported over to our streaming PCs and replace the bright yellow bar with that. I don't think we can do much about the Divinity stuff. About the other stuff, we can kind of keep in that style. I should probably make. I guess I could copy it. Just copy the hand cam one and move that over. And I can make another asset so we can put the text on it and be easy. I've been debating on that, whether I do it in GIMP or whether I use the text box from OBS. The advantage there would be that, for example, with the hand cam, we wouldn't have to change out the video and the frame. We could change out just the video and then toggle the text on and off for hand cam or cat cam. Or we could just give it something that's more universal, like a distraction window or something. And then same, we could, well, probably wouldn't need to toggle it, but we could put some kind of just game box or something in like the lower right in the border for that. Because we keep that up for whatever day of the game we're on, whether it's Minecraft, Satisfactory, Planetcrafter. I think we have a day counter for a little to the left as well, so even those little day counters, which reminds me, I do need to look at, granted it would probably be easy enough to write a Python script or Java code. It doesn't really need to be compiled, so we might do a JavaScript, or not JavaScript, Python script. generate the title and description for Restream to save us time, so we can just select a game and generate it and not have to update it as manually as much. But I also want to, which if we can get that working, then we could, I guess, pull that into something like N8N for the automation side and have it just update the game and tell it to advance the day, and then it can update the title and description for Restream, but then also make a post to Blue Sky and whatnot with the updated info as well. Don't know how we put the image in there, or maybe we could have, I'd have to see what kind of nodes are available. I only playing around with it a little bit, but it's this essentially well, an automation tool, like a visualized mind map automation tool. So nothing particularly new on like the automation side, just giving it more of a visual toolbox to work with. So plugging in different nodes that do different things, and connecting the input and outputs, and abstracting away some of the things like Python scripts and whatnot. But anyway, if we can do the Python script for the description, maybe we can have a Python script that pulls from like an S3 bucket or something of images. And if we make like the location a variable, then we can pull a random or maybe the most current image from a bucket and use that as our thumbnail for the post. Which, if anybody has come in through Blue Sky, granted we're not streaming there, but if anyone sees the post and the thumbnail caught your attention and decided to check it out, let me know if that's how you came about the stream, or if you're still in the stream, however you came about is good information to know, particularly if you're enjoying it and sticking around. Because if you come in and you're hearing this and it's not for you, knowing why it's not for you is also good, so I can kind of dial in where to like lean and where to exclude things, so that I'm not wasting your time in the future, or trying not to waste others' times that it's not the stream for them. Because while we do want to grow the stream, we also don't want to. We don't want you to not enjoy what we're working on. Trying to make sure we set the proper expectations of what you can expect in our Minecraft builds, other games. Make sure it's something that is worth sticking around for you. All right, so counting down our last few minutes. So we'll probably wait another minute or two before we start our outro, but that'll get us to an hour. Then we'll okay. Okay, so I need to check them up that stuff. Okay. Yeah, do that there. Anyway. Planning for other parts of our day. Oh yeah, this is going to be something we have to load up on our Switch probably while we're working on other stuff, so that we can get all of our tools mended, so we can focus on the construction, deconstruction side of things, not mending tools so much on stream. Well, we had been, well, always done kind of a combination of like mending tools and then doing some of the digging stuff off stream, which is because of the sheer amount of time that it takes. But we do try to keep enough of it on stream to show what goes into larger survival projects, particularly on Bedrock. So without the use of Lightmatica or tools that turn structures into Minecraft builds that can then be imported into Lightmatica, things like that. But not that those builds aren't impressive and it still takes time, even if you use the printer feature. Putting those together, the composition of that is still a skill. It's just not a skill that we have, and since we're doing a story and kind of intentionally going slow, our goal is to do things in survival and in a pure vanilla way. All right. Ooh, we have an Enderman out there. Okay. All right, we're approaching our last like 2 minutes or so. So I guess we'll start our outro here. So thank you everybody for all of the likes and follows. I don't think we got too much today, so I don't know if it's a later time or I don't think our gaming tags are incorrect. Gaming tag is correct, so we are out there as Minecraft. But thank you for all of the support, for dropping in, for anybody who's dropped in. We will be live again tomorrow when the journey continues. It doesn't look anyone popped in with a request for a game, so I think that's going to be all of our streaming for today. A little shorter than we want, but really trying to prioritize some of the writing projects. Once we get those done, we can look at extending our time, especially as we get more people in the auditorium. If you want to find out more of what we're doing, you can check us out on Linktree, Linktree/MindTripMedia. That'll be on the outro screen as well. You'll be able to find links to our Pinterest, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. You can also find the world download for this there as well. And when it's done, the Substack project there will be there as well. So feel free to explore that if you want to look at other things that might pique your interest. And if you really like what we're doing, feel free to like and follow anywhere. If you really like it, feel free to share it out. And with that, we will see you for day 571 tomorrow when the journey begins. Hopefully our tools are mended and we can get a little more digging done in Inkwood. So with that, thank you once again, and we will see you tomorrow and have a good rest of your Wednesday.